Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I tried to film at the doctor's, but I don't know how much I really got. Probably nothing at all. I just finished my 38-week appointment, so I thought I would do like a 38-week update here. I'm sitting in the parking lot talking to a camera, so people are looking at me, but whatever. 38 weeks today. And my mom came in yesterday because I had an appointment today. And we're hoping to go into labor this week. So she came yesterday just so she's here. She lives in Michigan, I live in Nashville, Tennessee, so we're far away. I don't really have anybody here to watch the kids. So, and the kids are pretty nervous about me going to the hospital. Well, Lily doesn't really understand, but I'm putting my seatbelt on while I'm talking. But Ella's been totally freaking out about me going to the hospital and just having a lot of anxiety and fear, so really just wanted my mom to be here because that's who she's really comfortable with. So anyway, my mom got here yesterday, and the amount of stress and stuff that's just been gone with like going into labor without having anybody here is amazing. I feel a lot more relieved. So I had an appointment today, and the plan was that she was gonna strip my membranes. If I was dilated, I was actually gonna get them stripped last week, but I wasn't dilated enough. So today I went in and she told me that if I was dilated, at least by 1 centimeter, she could strip them. So previously, when I got my membranes stripped with the girls, I had them a day or two later at 39 weeks. And so I'm hoping that's the case this time. The reason we're doing it at 38 weeks is because I'm gonna be induced this week at 39 weeks later on, I think Thursday. Everything is like blurring together. And since I cannot have an epidural, I really don't want to be induced. I just want to go on my own. I've gone into labor naturally on my own both times before, and I just want to do it this time too. But they want to induce me because he's measuring big, and they want to avoid a C-section, and they're scared that if I go to 40 or plus that he will be too big. So I agreed to doing the induction, but also hoping that I can have him on my own, and she's really hoping that I can have him on my own. So they stripped my membranes today. I was so happy. He's still head down. Like, we've been checking every week to make sure he's still head down. Like, they do a bedside ultrasound. Oh, I kind of just felt something. That's exciting. So she said I will feel cramping and stuff, but it's funny because I've heard, like, I've had my membrane stripped twice, obviously, and both times I did not feel any pain. But I was reading about it last night because I feel like you kind of block things out when you're pregnant and going into labor and stuff, or I swear you would not have more kids, or I wouldn't if I remembered everything. And everyone was like saying how painful it was, and so I was like, oh, maybe like they didn't do it right the last 2 times, but it was not painful to me at all. I just thought she was like just checking my cervix. So she told me that I handle cervical checks really well, and that is like reassuring for going into labor without an epidural or anything. So that made me feel a bit better. I've been so anxious. I think I talked about it, about having a baby, having him without an epidural or any pain meds, which I've never had before, but this time around I've just been so anxious. And she just was like, you got this. Like, if you can handle that without even flinching, then you're totally fine. So made me feel a lot better about myself, and I just like remembering how I'm strong and I got this. So yeah, she stripped my membranes. She said I was 1.5 centimeters, like almost 2, but she didn't want to say 2 just to be safe. She's like, I think you're like 1.5. She said definitely made a lot of progress from last week. Last week I was nothing, last Wednesday, so it hasn't even been a full week. And we're just hoping that I can go into labor on my own. 38 weeks, my back has felt a little bit better. This is just gonna be the update because by the time I get home, I'm gonna it's gonna be like 11 something, and then the day's just gonna get busy. I'm not gonna have time to probably film anything else besides like a labor vlog, I'm hoping. So I figured I would just do a quick 38-week update, 38-week check-in, and post it if I have time. My hands are just self-tanner in hopes of going into labor this week. So yeah, I'm hoping that I'm just going to labor on my own before Thursday. That's the goal. Or even if I have to be induced Thursday, I hope that my body is like far enough along that they have other options she mentioned, or the Pitocin they can start off really low, because she said the Pitocin contractions are basically like a 7 to a 9 contraction level, like what you would be feeling at a 7 or 8 or 9, versus like obviously natural labor, your body progresses. So I'd rather start up with like a lower dose and like go in and not really be anywhere. So I'm hoping what has happened previously all over the places, I've gotten my membrane stripped, And then that night or the day after, I've lost my mucus plug, and then I've gone into labor like that night. So I'm hoping by like Tuesday, Wednesday night, I will be in labor on my own, but like obviously I don't know. I could do nothing, you know. So she told me that she gives me the clear to pump, which can put me into labor. I actually did that with Lila. I didn't do it a lot with her because I was like nervous, but she told me that I'm good. Like she gave me the instructions. So she said 15 minutes per side, don't go over. And that could really help put me into labor. My hands. She also said bounce on the ball. And but she said like pumping is something that is like really, you know, like has evidence based to like push you into labor because it will release this oxytocin. I think that's what she said. And that has put people into labor, which I think it definitely did with me with Lila. So that's the plan. I'm gonna go home, eat some lunch. I'm gonna get some spicy food, I think some Thai food. And then just make sure everything's ready and just get things going. Hopefully. I am feeling some cramping, so that's good. But I'm so excited. It was like really sad leaving. Like I just got really sad like saying bye to her. I loved her. She's actually a midwife. And she's just been awesome. And so I just love her. So like getting sad, like it was just sad like saying bye to everybody. Like I don't know, I was going every 2 weeks for a long time because of being high risk. So got to know like all the people really well, and I don't know what that noise was. So it's just like crazy that it's coming to an end. Like I'm so ready to be done and meet him, but like kind of sad now that it's coming to an end, you know. Like it's just such a weird feeling. But yeah, so my mom's here. I'm excited to have her here. The kids are happy. Ella's having a really hard time with this, so I'm hoping that I can at least not go into labor till after she's out of school so I can see her and maybe take her to get ice cream today. She's having a really hard time. She's really nervous about me going to the hospital, and she's really nervous something's gonna happen to me. Like truly having a really difficult time, and it's making me really sad. She's been expressing this for a while, but I think now my mom is here and she like knows like mom is almost done being pregnant. Like she's gonna have to go to the hospital, and she's really scared that I'm going to not make it home. I don't know. I do know why. One of her friends, dad passed away, and ever since then she's just been really worried about her parents, but especially me because I have to go to the hospital. And I'm just trying to tell her like that's where people, you know, have babies. And nothing's wrong with me. I'm healthy. I'm just having a baby and I'll be back in a couple days. So that's been bothering me today too. And just like all the feelings of, did I prepare my kids well enough to like have a new baby in the family? It's just a lot of feelings. I have a lot of feelings right now. So I probably should stop talking. I'm like so emotional. Oh my gosh. But I will be vlogging this labor. Hopefully we remember to get everything. I want to vlog it because I really like love having Lila's, but yeah, I plan to vlog this, have a labor vlog and all of that. So I'm really excited and emotional, and I cannot believe this is happening because I feel like this appointment just made it more real, like getting my membrane strip, knowing my history with it. And either way, if I don't go out on my own, I'm having a baby in a couple of days, and that's just wild. So anyway, I have a little bit of a trip to get home. She actually is going to see me 3 weeks postpartum, which is different. I feel like I've only been seen 6 weeks, so she wants to see me at 3 weeks and 6 weeks. So they scheduled that, and it's just all so crazy. Like it's just so crazy. So I'm going to go now. I'm going to head home, see if my mom wants to get some lunch. I want to get like really spicy food because that's like the tradition I've done. So I got my membrane strip, then I go get spicy Thai food. And you know, he's been such a different pregnancy. Like he's probably gonna be like, okay, you got your membrane strip, that means nothing to me. But I'm just gonna do what I've done before. And maybe the next time you guys see me, I will be in labor, or I'll have a baby in my arms or something. So send me all the positive vibes, all the labor vibes, whatever. Just all the good things. I feel more confident in myself and stronger than I did in my last update. Last update I was like super nervous, but today it was like reassuring, like hearing that, like, I know it sounds so stupid, but she's just like, you handle cervical checks really well. Like a lot of my patients do not, and membrane stripping or sweeping is like super painful for a lot of women. And she's like, you didn't even flinch. So I think you got this, and you're just like, you were like made for it. So obviously all women are, but you know, she was just hyping me up. So it's good to hear that. And we're gonna have this baby, you guys. So next time you see me, I'm gonna have a baby boy. And this is like the longest, most rambling 38-week update ever, but nothing really happened differently than my 38 weeks besides this checkup. I mean, it's really been the same. So I thought I would just update you guys while I'm in the car. I tried to get a footage of like the room for the last time and everything. So emotional, but we're ready to meet this baby. I'm ready to do this, and I'll see you guys later. Okay, bye.
I had a feeling you'd come back and say